Well, hello, you crazy cats and or kittens, and welcome to day 98 of Walking with Shawnee. I am, of course, Shawnee, and currently find myself in a nice hotel in Helmsdale. So, let me talk you through today. So, I left my campsite at Brora at about 10 o'clock. Went to a local shop and got a lovely bacon sausage and hash brown roll to set me up for the day, which is great. And then pushed on. So today's route along the John O'Groats Trail was mostly against the beach. So for the majority of that, it was walking on the sand and at times rock. There was part of it that went on the grass. As I think I mentioned, the John O'Groats Trail, it's not very well maintained. So was walking through the grass today and encountered my first snake. I thought I might have got lucky and avoided coming in contact with one, but no, there it was. Having said that, when I was on the Pennine Way on the last stretch, I did possibly thought I might have seen a very small one sliver in front of me, but my head was going forward, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, definitely was a black adder today. And I sort of thought when I said this in my head earlier, is that blackadder goes forth? Is it based on a snake? Comments if you know. But yeah, I've always had the opinion, and after speaking to many people on this journey, that snakes in the UK are harmless. They're not afraid of you. Sorry, they are afraid of you and they'll bugger off. And that's exactly what the one did today, which was good to see, although I jumped off the path and got back onto the sand as quick as I could. Yeah, I mean, that probably one of my biggest initial fears coming onto this trip until I got chased by cows, of course. But I suppose it, all part of the adventure. And I know, if I wasn't lucky enough to see one again, I know it would be wanting to get away from me. So, no harm. But yeah, so yeah, today's walk, in a lot of ways, it was lovely for the first 3 hours. So we're walking along the beach side. I did actually see a seal. Unfortunately, before I had a chance to get my camera out on my phone, it went back into the sea. But yeah, it was really nice to see, considering that I didn't see one yesterday. And that sort of shows, how remote it is, the beach line that I was walking today. The only constant was, the trains going by on the train line and the odd car when the A9 got close enough. But as I say, for the first 3 hours, it was, yeah, it was quite pleasant. Then the rain hit, which obviously makes climbing on rocks and pebbles just a bit more slippery. I did come to an impasse where I had to find a way to pass like a big stretch of water. There wasn't a way to get around it, so I went through it, and I'll show you that now.
Guys, may have just slipped over trying to walk down there to find a safe passage. There comes a certain time in every person's life where he has to say, screw it, I'm going through the water.
Oh, I do like to be the sad seaside. Whoa, oh my god. Come to Scotland, they said.
Well, so I'm wet, but all part of the experience, I guess.
So yes, all part of the adventure. So pushed on from that point, and again the rain continued to kick on. I did think today that after looking at the initial 11 miles it was going to be, that it would be a relatively short one. I could possibly do 2 days in one. I think with how slow you go on the sand, that wasn't going to be the case. But I mean, all things to say, it was really nice just to walk along a beach and sort of stay in front for most of it. And made me even more grateful when I got here to Helmsdale, and with my boots very, very wet and my trousers wet and everything pretty much wet, jumping into a cheap hotel that has a bath made it very appealing. So yeah, nice way to chill out. And so tomorrow breakfast is included here. I'll have that and then kick on, and just 3 days left. And tomorrow pretty early on I'll be hitting the 1,200 mile club, so lots of things to look forward to. I am actively trying to, recognise the scenery as I go and to enjoy it, because it is beautiful here. I think part of the remoteness adds to the beauty. So hoping to do more of that again tomorrow. But yeah, it's one of the things that really struck me this morning. Just waking up in my tent, getting out and smelling the smell of the sea was just beautiful. And that, it's little moments like that that I know when I finish this I'm not going to have every day, so trying to savour things like that. But with that, guys, hope you're all having a good week. Really appreciate all your messages of support. Can't wait to see as many of you as possible when I get back, and I look forward to updating you soon. Peace and love.